Hey everyone, welcome back to the Bruce Williams channel. Let's do a wrist check. I am wearing the Zodiac Seawolf GMT Crystal Topper Edition. I thought it matched my outfit pretty well, my NASA t-shirt, although the Sapphire Sandwich would have been a more appropriate choice, I think. But you know what? Today we've got an unboxing of a brand that I just really appreciate. It's a huge box, so let me pick it up. Big old box, and let me grab a knife. Gonna use a giant mouse Sonoma. And I thought it was funny. There's a Cartier. Obviously, you guys know what watch is within this box, just from the description of the video. But there was a viewer that when I was talking about, I think it was the Calibre de Cartier, the diver, they were like, I want to say it was Martin, was like, hey, there are 100 other brands that I would look at before I would look at a Cartier. And I thought that was kind of funny. I need to sharpen my knife. And I'm over here thinking like, man, I'm going to consider a Cartier probably before, maybe not 100, but many, many brands out there. So let's take a look at what is inside here. I've got to see what this is. This is from a viewer. So shout out First Time Stan. We've got we got a Pittsburgh fan. That's awesome. That is really cool. So all right, let's look what's inside here. Let's move that box. Take a look at this Cartier. Now, let's see. Looks like it's taped shut on that side. We use this side. This is a classic Cartier box. They're not the best boxes when you compare them to, say, what you get from Omega. I think they're pretty comparable to Rolex. You guys can see here are the booklets, and I'm gonna have fun looking at those later. And this is upside down again. Here's the box, and you know what, Stan? First time Stan. Let's give you a proper backdrop for this unboxing. First impressions. All right, let's open it up, and right away, my goodness, this is nice. So Cartier excels so much with their elegance, and this is the Drive de Cartier, and you guys can see the Romans here. In fact, let me move the camera and get a little bit closer, so I'll be right back. All right, so I've moved the camera here just a little bit closer. So you guys can get a good look at this dial, because the dial, obviously, you know, apart from the case shape, this is what makes the Drive de Cartier so satisfying. The level of detail and how Cartier plays with form. Now, you guys know I'm a big fan of Cartier, and I have the Santos de Cartier in the large size. And my friend First Time Stan also has one, but he has a slightly different variation. I think Cartier works with form very, very well, and the Drive is no exception here. So we have mostly a circular form when we're looking at the top-down profile, and then we can see some angular elements, but it's really almost an irregular shape. And then you move it, and you get the side profile, and you just see this massive dome. Let me make sure the camera's focusing there. We have this massive dome to the crystal that, again, is irregularly cut around the edges to fit this case, and that is just so dang cool. The crystal dome is visually, it almost looks the same height as the mid case, which is extremely thin and slender. And again, notice the arced curving elements. We have a spinal here set in the crown. This is the function pusher to adjust your moon phase, which is down here on the bottom portion of the dial. Now, I will drop in some macro video so you guys can see the guilloche work and the Cartier signature in the 7 Roman numeral, and the dimensionality. Is that even a word? How dimensional, excuse me, the Romans are and how reflective they are. So it's more than just a basic printed Roman marker. I can get why some watch enthusiasts look at a catalog or look at pictures on the internet of a Cartier and go, you know what, that just doesn't look that good. But it's not the case at all. You have to see it in person, and you have to see the detail work. You have to see the thermally blued handset and just how radial and sharp the light play coming off of the various facets and elements and angles of the dial really is. And then you start going, you know what? Cartier, yeah, it has some name cachet. It has some serious history. They do in-house movements. They do high-end jewelry. They do a lot of really impressive stuff, but they've been making watches for how many, well over 100 years. I think there is some real strength to that. And then pretty soon you're going, why haven't I been considering Cartier before? Why have I've been overlooking this brand and looking at other brands that don't quite have the prowess when it comes to design and elegance that Cartier seems to exude. And so let's take a look at the case back here. Let me show you the back of the watch, which is a variation of the MC 1904 movement. So essentially it's very, very similar in size and in specs and components to an ETA 2892 A2 movement, which is highly regarded as being thin and reliable. And so this will be very similar in terms of size, in terms of finish. This looks very sharp, nice striping, just overall very well executed. And let me show you the balance. Let me make sure we can focus here. Even your Edicron regulating pin system for regulating the balance, which is a very small balance, by the way, carries that stylized C in form. And again, little details like that make us watch enthusiasts go, yes, this is one of the reasons why I love this very silly, superfluous piece of jewelry that tells me the time, not even to a great degree of accuracy. It's about the emotion. It's about the connection. So let me set this down. Let me take off that Zodiac that I've been wearing today. And let me give you guys some wrist shots of the Drive de Cartier. And I've got to say, first time Stan, I think we're watch twins when it comes to taste and then wrist size, because I don't think I need to adjust this, but you guys can see again that very thin profile and that dramatic bubble sapphire crystal, the Cartier signature and the deployant, which really easy to operate. And you're going to be able to get the perfect fit that you're looking for with the style of leather here, with how that deployant operates. So I think this looks absolutely beautiful. And I want to thank you, First Time Stan, for allowing me some time with your Drive de Cartier. I know because we've talked, you have your eye on some other watches, and you're going to be going to the authorized dealer, if you haven't already by the time you're watching this, and picking up some other watches. So if you guys are interested, I know First Time Stan is going to be letting this particular one go and replacing it with some amazing watches. So if you're interested in, buying a pre-owned example, it's in really nice shape, obviously, box papers, all of that fun stuff, you reach out to me and we can talk. So here, let me just make sure this is centered as we close the video. Let me know if there's anything specific you would like me to cover when we do the in-depth review of this Drive de Cartier. I'd be more than happy to try to oblige and help out. And let's just end with a couple gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous sport pieces from this brand, this Richemont brand. So thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.